Legislative session in Indianapolis wrapped up this week, making this our final State House wrap of the year. Let's take a look at 3 pieces of legislation signed by Governor Holcomb this week. The first is a Senate-enrolled act regarding hospital mergers. The legislation defines merger and merger agreement for the purpose of certificates of public advantage for certain hospital mergers. The State Department of Health is required to actively supervise a merger. The State Department can enter into an agreement with a nonprofit or post-secondary educational institute to study the impacts a CPA may have on a community's health metrics and outcomes. Some local legislators are tied to this enrolled act. Well, Governor Holcomb also gave his approval of legislation regarding training for health aides working with individuals with cognitive disorders. The Senate-enrolled act requires a registered home health aide to complete certain dementia training. The State Department of Health will be required to identify and approve a dementia training program and then implement an approval process for those programs. Certificates of completion will be issued for the home health aides to use for proof of compliance. And legislation that local leaders have shared their support for was also signed by the governor earlier this week. This Senate-enrolled act will establish a statewide sports and tourism bid fund. That fund will be used to organize and hold sports and tourism events in the Hoosier State. The Indiana Destination Development Corporation will administer the fund. The Indiana Sports Corporation will be given a grant amount equal to the amount set aside for the fund, and the ISC will ensure that no less than 30% of that money is used for events conducted outside of Marion County, something that could benefit some of our local counties like Vigo County. Well, coming up,